How do you identify military ranks on dress, service, and combat uniforms? Imagine walking into a room full of armed forces personnel. You see different symbols on their uniforms and wonder what each one means. That's where rank insignia come into play. They are the visual clues that tell you a person's role and authority in the military. These insignia are worn on specific parts of the uniform, depending on the type of uniform and branch of service. They come in various shapes like stripes, bars, stars, chevrons, and other symbols. The main goal is to help everyone recognize who is in charge and what their responsibilities are. The military divides ranks into three main groups: enlisted personnel, warrant officers, and commissioned officers. Each group has its own style of insignia. Enlisted ranks often use chevrons, which are V-shaped stripes to show progression. For example, in the Army, a private has no insignia, but a private first class has one chevron. As ranks go higher, more chevrons and arcs are added. The sergeant major, for instance, has several chevrons and a star. Officers wear different symbols like bars, oak leaves, eagles, and stars. A first lieutenant wears a single bar, while a captain has two. Higher ranks like colonel and general use larger symbols and more stars. For example, a brigadier general has one star, while a full general has four. Warrant officers have their own insignia, often a bar with a square or other device, worn on the collar or shoulder. These distinguish them from both enlisted personnel and officers. The placement of insignia varies by uniform type. On dress uniforms, officers might wear their rank on shoulder epaulets or collar points. Enlisted personnel often display their rank on sleeves or shoulder boards. In service uniforms, insignia are usually on collars or shoulders, sometimes on the chest. Combat uniforms tend to have subdued insignia to avoid detection by enemies. These are often patches or embroidered badges in muted colors like olive drab or camouflage. For example, Army enlisted ranks wear chevrons on sleeves, but in combat gear, these are less shiny and more blended into the uniform. Recognizing these insignia quickly is important for understanding the chain of command and respecting authority. It helps in daily interactions and during operations. For example, a soldier can tell who is in charge just by looking at the insignia. Each branch has its own style. The Navy uses rating badges and stripes on sleeves, while the Marine Corps combines chevrons with crossed rifles for enlisted ranks. The Air Force uses chevrons with a star in the center for enlisted ranks. Learning to identify these symbols is a key part of military life. It keeps communication clear and maintains discipline. So, whether you see a star, a bar, or chevrons, each insignia tells a story about the person wearing it. Knowing what to look for makes it easier to understand the structure and respect the roles within the armed forces.